Hi, I'm Celeste Forst. I am going to walk you through some tips and tricks that I have learned over the past year of selling on Poshmark. I now cross-post to, sometimes, not all of my items, to Etsy, eBay, and Mercari. Mercari is nice because their shipping is a little bit less. Poshmark is $7 flat rate, but that's great if you have heavy items, not over 5 pounds. It's nice to cross post right now because sometimes people are on one platform, not the other. That way you get more exposure. I use List Perfectly to cross post. I pay them, I think it's like $45 a month, so I can cross post easily. It moves all your pictures for you, which is nice. I have 85,000 followers on Poshmark now. I've sold over probably 500 things. I have about 2,000 listings. Lately, what I've been selling the most, it's October 2020 right now. What I've been selling the most seems to be decor and home goods. I'm an artist, so I make a lot of my own decorative things, but I also buy like bedding if it's brand new on clearance, or decorative items you can get at thrift stores for really cheap. Just be careful with glass items. They could break. It's happened, even if I package it really well. A trick for packaging glass items would be double boxing it. So wrap it with bubble wrap, put it in a smaller box, and then put it in a larger box so it protects it more. With priority shipping it's always priority shipping with Poshmark, so it is insured, and so insurance does cover it, but if you do it through Mercari or eBay, you may not have insurance for it. So keep that in mind when picking up things that are glass. Is it worth it? Make sure it's something really cool and unique. All right, so some of the things I just wanted to show you first off is my setup. So the setup that I do when I start listing items is I use white poster board. So I just cheapo white poster board. I put it right here on my dining room table, and I'm going to show you some things that I use to clean items, how to fix them up. So once you have, I just like to lay out my poster board. This poster board's kind of beat up. Honestly, I need to put a new poster board. But I have tried different backgrounds. I've tried wood grain ones. I've tried doing it outside. I find that white looks the best. And that way you don't have to use the editing app where you delete the background. That takes a lot of time. This is faster. Just throw something white down. It makes the colors pop. Even though this is a little bit beat up, it's not going to show up in the photos because I have the newest iPhone, so the pictures are really clear and crisp. You don't want to over edit your photos because then you're kind of misleading the customer, and if they get something and it doesn't look as good in real life, they're not going to be happy. So don't over edit your photos. All right, so I have a little section masked off for photographing. Keep in mind, you want a room that has a lot of good natural light. This is room, let me show you, has a bay window and a window here. I have to keep in mind that I have that one closed because it makes weird like slat lines on my photographs, so I keep that one closed. And then there's the overhead light. I do have a ring light, but I don't really feel like I need to use it. You can also use your editing app to lighten your photos. If you have an iPhone, you can put your phone on square mode. If it's on square mode, you're not going to have to edit your photos for Poshmark because they only take square photos. So mine's always on square mode. So just to give you some, I know there's a lot of fun like haul videos, but they're kind of unrealistic because I feel like you're like, oh my gosh, they like made so much money selling that stuff. Well, you also have to take out the cost of their goods. What did they pay for it? So a lot of times they leave that out. So I'm going to show you what I pay for things and what I'm probably going to realistically get out of it. So you'll see the difference. So yesterday I went to Salvation Army. I was waiting for my tires to get done. So I have a few things to list today, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to clean them up. All right. So when I'm looking for items, when I go to Savers, Salvation Army, Goodwill, wherever it is, I always ask if they have a daily discount, right? Like what tag is on sale half price. And I try to scan the aisles and only look for things that are half price. Will I pick up something not half price? Yes, if it's a fancy brand. If it looks really expensive, I'll Google it and look what the worth is, and if it's worth it, yeah. For example, these. The tag said was yellow, not half price. But they looked fancy, they looked expensive. They looked like real leather, unusual, anything quirky, unusual. I picked them up, has I've never heard of this brand, Hispanitas. I don't know, but it just looked expensive and fancy, so I grabbed them, even though they're not half price. They were only $9. Guess what? How much they're worth? I googled them when I got home. They're like $80. They're worth $80, so it was worth it to buy this, even though it wasn't half off. All right. So when you're going through your items, I picked up this leather purse. Yeah, it looks dirty, right? It is dirty. No big deal. I can clean leather. I'll use some Murphy's oil soap and a little bit of gentle soap and water, and I can easily clean up this leather. And then I use leather conditioning, just Kiwi shoe conditioner, and it shines it up. So this was not half price, so it was $10, but this is real leather. Always just check inside purses to check to see if it's real leather. Check the brand, see if it's a good brand. So I looked right here inside, and it said it is Banana Republic, which is a decent brand. I mean, it's not fancy, but it said it was leather inside. So I was like, all right, that's worth it. Any Swatch leather bags are gonna bring in some money. So I paid $10, probably sell this realistically for 30 or 40. These are worth like 80. I'm gonna list them for 70 and probably settle on $50 for these. All right, so this one, this is a suede, real suede bag. And leather. So I looked inside. It's Ralph Lauren. Very pretty for fall. It's like a dark green with like a skinny strap, brown leather. But yeah, it looks a little bit beat up because see the corners? No problem. If it's real leather, you can fix it. So what I do is get this just shoe polish, Kiwi, the brown kind. I'm gonna rub right over that, polish it up. It's gonna look nice. Just use an old rag, rub it in. And if it has any piling, you're gonna use this. Just get one of these cheap piling removers from Amazon for like $10, especially for sweaters. You can use this a lot. All right, so always, when you're listing items, use measuring tapes. Why? Because here's mine. You're gonna get people that are gonna try to say, I wanna return it, or because it doesn't fit right. Even though Poshmark doesn't do no fit returns, sometimes they'll do it just to be nice for the customer, and which is annoying for you. So to protect yourself, just buy 2 cheapy ones, okay? You can get these at Walmart for like $5. Get 2. So when you're taking a photograph of a purse or pants or whatever, do the inseam and this way and horizontal with both tapes at the same time, so you only have to take 1 picture. Done. That way, this has worked in my favor. People have tried to open cases, and I say I took photographs with the measurements so they know how it was supposed to fit. They should have checked, and I've won the cases. So use your measuring tapes. All right. Random home goods that sell well. Always pick up things that are quirky and cute that are metal. Why metal? They're not gonna break. You don't have to worry about them breaking in the mail. So stuff like this is $3. This will sell on Etsy probably for 25. I'll list it for like 30. Or if Poshmark, I list it for a lower price because people are cheaper on that. All right, let's see what we have here. Okie dokie. This is a herringbone print. This is a very popular print right now. Navy blue, Jack Will. It just looks kind of expensive. Whatever this brand is, I've never heard of it, but it looks fancy. And it looks like it's really good quality. So it didn't have a price, so I asked Lee how much it was. She's like $6. I'm like, take it. I'm probably gonna list this for 40 and go down to 30 to sell it. This print is popular. It's pretty hot right now. It should sell pretty quick, especially since it's fall. All right, grab anything Adidas and Nike in 2020 are still hot. So grab these Adidas, any kind of joggers, especially in the fall and winter. These aren't joggers, these are just pants. So they'll be, I paid what? These were half price. No, these weren't. They were $2. I'm gonna sell them for 15, okay? These Adidas are joggers. So see, it has a zippered like ankle area. The tight fit at the bottom is more trendy, so you can charge more. So I paid $2 for these, okay? These are nice. So these are climate cool. So I'm probably gonna list them for 20 and get like 17. I'll go down to 17 on these, or 15. I tend to stay away from like baby clothes and little kids clothes because you really can't price them as high, so it's kind of more work for you. So jeans sell pretty well in the winter. Hollister, the preteens and teens like these kind. These were half price, that's why I grabbed them. Normally I wouldn't grab Hollister right now, but they were only $3. So I'm probably gonna sell these for 15. Once I always price a few dollars higher than what I want, because on Poshmark, people always are gonna offer you less. So price a few dollars higher, even though you think that's counterintuitive, do it anyway, because everyone's gonna send you an offer. And what I tend to do is every day, I check my likes in the morning, it's usually 20, and then I send offers to everybody. Just a couple dollars off, $5 off, whatever. Because then they think they're getting a deal and you get sales. All right, I've never heard of this brand, PHR, but it looks expensive. I checked the material content. It was wool. Wool's a nice, it's got asymmetry zipper, which is cool. So this is good quality. It was only $6. I'm probably gonna list it for 30 and probably go down to 20 on that one. All right, bike helmets. They were $3. You can sell these for 15 on eBay. They sell better on eBay than Poshmark. Here's that pattern again. Is it called herringbone? Yeah. This was like $2. I'm gonna sell it for like, list it for 15, sell it for 12. Anything like embroidered or floral tends to do well. This was $2. I'm gonna list it for 17. Probably take 14 for it. I'm a floral fanatic, so anytime I see jeans that are floral, I snap them up. Kind of reminds me of the Lily Pulitzer print. I love these. I wish they were my size. These are Aeropostale. They're $6. I'm gonna list them for probably 20 and then go down to 15 on those. These are boys Adidas sneakers. So how do you clean up sneakers? Well, first make sure they're not too torn up. Check the soles. If they're too torn up, don't buy them. These can be cleaned up easily. You're gonna use a magic eraser. Just grab these, they're fake brand ones too. Wet it, squeeze it out, hold it firm because it crumbles. Rub along the white part. It's gonna clean up really fast. But do you see how the Adidas sign on the side is a little bit faded? I'm an artist, so I paint custom Nikes and Air Jordans and Adidas on leather paint, and I paint canvas shoes. So I immediately knew I could fix that. I'm gonna use my my leather paint and just go take some black really carefully with a small paintbrush and go over it, and then spray seal it with some acrylic spray. So that's what I would do for these shoes, and then they're ready to sell. I paid $6 for these. I'm gonna list them for 20 and probably take 15 for this. Once again, grab things that are quirky, metal. Anything stars and constellations seems to sell well. I didn't like this green color though, so I have spray paint. I'm just gonna spray paint it black. When I photograph stuff that's kind of cool like this, I'm gonna put a candle in it and take a photo of it lit and not lit to show that it's probably gonna make stars on the wall, make it look cool. And then go use the Instagram app where you can kind of make a collage of photos. I'll do half with just no light and candle, and then half with the lights off with the candle in it, so that when I post my multiple pictures of this item, remember I'm going to measure it, have photos of each measurement and all that. The main photo, they're going to see what it looks like lit up and not lit up. And then I'm going to hashtag in the comments, in the description, constellations, stars, galaxy. That way you're going to come up in the search results. So think of any kind of keywords that match your item. Like if I was doing these shoes, I would say the brand, obviously, Hispanitas, hashtag pointy dress shoes, hashtag like organic pattern, hashtag abstract shoes, you know, anything you can think of that will describe it, where people, if they're searching for it, they'll find it. So this year, anything animal print is in. Tiger, zebra, lion, whatever. So I grabbed this, even though, so this one was half price. It was like $2.50. This is Salvation Army. I'm gonna list it for probably 18 and I'll go down to 15. Some of the stuff's my daughter's that we're gonna sell. So what else do I do? Oh, if you're gonna do jewelry, I recommend just getting a cheap one of these, and I hang necklaces on it. If you're gonna do like rings and stuff, I would recommend, what I use is, I'll either put the ring on the white paper and I'll do a zoom in close up, or I'll put it inside here and do a zoom in close up, or next to hanging off something. I keep this boxwood garland. It's a fake boxwood garland. I keep this next to my, I'll show you. I keep this next to my paper, my white paper, because it just makes it look pretty when you're photographing stuff. Let me move on my cleaning junk. Remember, when you're taking your photos, you don't want all this ugly stuff in the background or in your photo. So I tend to crop in real close, move around to get the right angle so that you're not showing the junk around your house, like my cat food over there. So they won't even know it's there. So if I was going to, here's my boxwood, I just lay it like that. So let's say I'm gonna photograph this, right? I've got my measuring tapes, and I tend to do like a bunch of things of like, you know, in a day, I'll do like 20. Just boom, boom, boom. That way everything's already out and ready to go. If I bought a bunch of shoes, I need time to clean them by the sink. Maybe let them dry outside.